Hello! Remember how I owed you guys a Tekken stream because on Wednesday when I was scheduled to do Tekken it didn't happen? Well, today, and special thanks to my brother Diesel Dave, I'm going to be able to come to you with not one, but two Tekken 8 streams. One now, and one at 7 PM, because 7 PM was when my care that I have in place, I'm not going to name and shame. The carers are lovely, by the way. I love the people. But yeah, the admin side wanted to put me to bed at 7 PM. That's not going to fly. And it was the third night in a row that I had a 7 PM call written in. To be fair, the care coordinator's job is a really crazy one. So I do sympathize. But yeah. I just straight up cancelled those calls, and thank you to my brother Diesel Dave for basically stepping up for free to put me to bed instead. So yeah, this care system, we're definitely off to a rocky start, but I appreciate that at the start time of my bonus evening stream, I'll be able to play Tekken some more instead of going in bed. So yeah, 2 streams today. Let's make the most of it. Hello to everybody tuning in so far. Yesterday on Blueprints, we basically rolled credits, but there's plenty more to discover, so I will be playing that game more as and when the mood strikes me. For now though, ranked Tekken. And I plan to play Tekken on Sunday afternoon as well, I think. For the benefit of Jarvis. Our friend from down under. Likes playing Tekken as well. Anyway, I reckon I might lose Flame Ruler rank. I think I'm close to losing it. But then we'll have to just get it back again. 2% disconnect rating on this Etherneted French player. Let's see what we get.
Get ready for the next
JUN
battle.
over game.
Round 1. Fight.
Oh my god. Oh man.
Round 2. Fight.
All my key charges are accidental. Okay, 1-1.
Round 3. Fight.
Been able to help kick me every time. I'm too predictable. Okay.
Round 4. Fight.
Nice step. Oh my god. Hey, thank you for the resub. Haha. That is a cool button to press. Thank you very much for keeping the lights on. Hey, nephew. Because of care agency wanting to put me to bed at 7 and me cancelling that call, and your Uncle Dave being happy to put me to bed for the 3rd night in a row, even though he shouldn't have to, I'm able to come to you with 2 streams today instead of 1, and it's going to be a double stream of Tekken because I missed out on a Tekken stream the other day. I do still want to play the Gears beta though. I'm thinking tomorrow afternoon on that one. If you're up for that.
Round 2. Fight.
Of course, if I lose this, I'm demoted, but hopefully we can get it back. Sure, you're up for it. Yeah, I'm excited for the fact that there's objective-based modes like King of the Hill and stuff like that. Oh, man. Oh. Nice step, I respect it. I need to do back 4 on this guy. Gotcha. I'm dead anyway. Aw, no. Hey, Cassiopeia.
Round 4. Fight.
Yeah, you're sidestepping a lot on me. Down back 3 might be a better... That's a misinput. Ouch.
Final round. Fight.
I sincerely hope everyone is well. Yeah, you are loving to sidestep. I think it might be game over, guys. Yeah. We are demoted. Boo!
Get ready for the next battle.
But hey, still purple rank though. It took, I think it took over a 5-win streak to even get promoted, and I think that the streak length is only gonna increase as we climb. Like, as the, you know, as in the number of wins we need to move up. So that's kind of insane, right? But we'll do what we can. I'll get there. I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, like the fact that I even got to Flame Ruler, that's the highest rank I've ever been in a Tekken game by quite some margin.
Round one. Fight.
We're getting close to CP skills, which is insane because I have like no combos. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. It's like the quintessential Kazuya punish. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. There we go. All right. Oh no. That was very good. I think it's KO. It's got me. Take a shot whenever he does 1, 1, 2, guys. There it is again. You'd be on the floor already. Please drink responsibly. I realize I said that on the internet. And only if you're of age. The appropriate age. Well, another loss. Well, I'm gonna lose all the purple ranks, aren't I? Everything I worked hard to build. Oh no, this is bad, guys. But that's Tekken ranked for you. So it's not you'll get there, it's you got there, and then you lost it all.
Round one. Fight.
Man. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. Who's gonna do it again? What? Whoa, wait. Oh, thank God. That was a little too close. Down 3 for the win. Lydia's fastest low. Well, we won that one, so that's good.
się przed niesprawiedliwością.
Hey, we're back at Flame Ruler. Okay. Nice. He won. He didn't finish the set because he lost that. Oh my god, the salt. The salt is real. Oh, GG's, buddy. But yeah, my Tekken prowess is 140,000 points now. That's not too bad. It's steadily climbing even when we go down in rank. So I'm pretty happy with that. And let's not forget that, like, in a few weeks we've got the next patch of the game, but also the next DLC characters launching. Ram. Not a popular character at all. Like, when he launched in Tekken 7 as DLC, people just wanted Bruce Irvin. But I think at this point Namco have said, like, Bruce just ain't coming back, and Ram is the new Bruce, pretty much. Like, he basically fulfills a similar role in the roster, to the point where it wouldn't make sense to have them both. But
Round 2. Fight. Round 3. Fight.
Je te tiens.
oh man.
Round 4. Fight.
All right, I'll take that.
Final round. Fight.
Expulsion. Expulsion. Bon appétit.
Wow, I'm not gonna lie to you all. I did not expect to win that match, that round. But hey, I'll take the 1,000 points. That was a very good round to win, because it would have been demotion chance had I not won that game.
Round 1. Fight.
As a reminder, we need a 3-win streak before we can get a streak bonus.
Round 2. Fight.
Ah,
Round 3. Fight.
Expulsion. Expulsion.
nice duck over the kick. You know what? You deserve this one.
Serait-il possible de réserver une table dans un 3 étoiles pour ce soir? Cuisine française, évidemment.
Please don't be a demo. Oh, it's a demo.
Je vais...
Round one. Fight.
Trop lent. Et seul. Je te tiens.
Imię wszystkich bólów!
Oh my god, I survived it!
Walcz z honorem!
Wow!
Przesadziłam.
Round two. Fight.
You gotta believe.
Et seul. Bon appétit.
Oh, that was unlucky.
Round three. Fight.
Expulsion. Sort. Expulsion.
Okay, we can hop kick him out of expression if we're fast.
Fight.
That's hilarious.
Expulsion. Coup de grâce. Expulsion.
Fudge.
Final round. Fight.
Je suis trop lent.
Weźmij to! Idealnie! Koniec takiego! To koniec!
Bon appétit.
Hey!
You win.
Umieram z głodu.
That's good.
Później pójdziemy coś zjeść.
That's really good. And we win the set. Alright.
Ready for the
I'll
next
take that.
battle.
I'll take that. Thank you very much. So I hope everyone's having a really good afternoon. And thank you for hanging out here very much. Appreciate you. Oh, you know how like off stream I did say, you know, because obviously like we did all of the Grand Prix in Mario Kart World in one stream, and I said for the ones I didn't gold, I would redo them. Now I haven't got 3 stars on every Grand Prix, where you have to basically get first place in all 4 races of the Grand Prix. But I have golded every Grand Prix now. So the 2 that I didn't gold on stream, I think the Flower Cup and the Leaf Cup, the second one, and then whatever number the
Get
Leaf
ready
one
for
is,
the next battle.
they're all gold now, and all at 150cc. So technically, they're golded on all 3 speed categories. But yeah, there's just not golden 3 stars yet. That's going to be really hard to do. But yeah, in terms of Mario Kart World Grand Prix, I've won every Grand Prix in the game now. At least every Grand Prix in the game at launch. Because you never know, they might add more. But yeah, last night's Blueprint stream was amazing. Like, rolling credits on that game. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but like, it was really cool. What happens before the credits is really cool. And indeed after. Because there's more to discover still. The game, while technically complete, there's more that you can optionally solve and do, obviously. It's a roguelike, so it doesn't truly end, Blueprints. And I would recommend the game wholeheartedly. Especially if you love puzzles and mystery and exploration. Okay.
Round 4. Fight.
Wow. That was insane. Clip that if you want. Like how I did those like really quick blocks and like camera swap side, and how I managed to stay in the moment to still block. Oh, that was insane. Oh, that that was one of those moments where like you're just playing and then like stuff happens and then you realize afterwards the crazy thing you just did. You know what I mean? Has anyone ever had that on a game where you're just in the zone and then yeah, you're not even thinking about it, you're just doing.
Round 2. Fight.
Remember, if we can get 3 wins in a row, that's when the win streak bonus kicks in on ranked. For every win of 3 and above. Wow.
Round 3. Fight.
Wow.
Round 4.
Alright, 3-win streak. Give me them bonus points. So yeah, instead of 1,000, we gain 1,400. And for every win that I can get in a row.
The next battle.
It'll be 1,400. So let's keep the train rolling. We are at 141,295 prowess. Prowess takes more to lower than rank does. Like, it's harder to lower prowess than it is rank. But also, prowess is no longer a factor in the matchmaking rules. Now they just try to put you with somebody with a similar rank if that's what you've put in your matchmaking settings. Prowess is just like a numerical indicator of like how good you are at Tekken in general. Because it multiplies if you play multiple characters in ranked, like, and not like a literal multiplication, like it might multiply by like 0.2 or something like that. Like there's an actual full-on algorithm behind it, but yeah, the more characters you play in ranked, the higher your prowess will be. I just focus on Lydia really. Ever since Lydia launched in Tekken 8, I've just focused on Lydia exclusively. But before that, I played Eddie and Law. Alright.
Get ready for the next battle. Round one. Fight.
We all do it, including me. Stream crash? What the frick? What the hell? On my end, we ain't back yet. I can't see my moving preview. Is my camera froze? Yeah, bitrate is green.
Round one. Fight.
I am not seeing my stream preview. I gotta refresh the iPad page. What the hell? So the blip, it might not have been my opponent, it could have been me.
Round 2. Fight.
Yeah, I've just got a spinning circle on the iPad. I can't see the stream on the iPad. It's weird. But yeah, I lost the first game. Ow. The unblockable. That's one way to avoid it. Nice. Oh, this is gonna be chain grabs. Oh wait, no. Yeah, I've lost. GG, sir. GG. Right, I'm gonna fix the iPad. Un momento. That was weird. Sorry for the blip, folks. Not much I can do. The bitrate is showing red again. It's green at the time you guys are talking. Yep. Okay, I can see the preview one. Yeah. So I'm assuming everything is still fine, right? I'm very sorry for that blip. I don't know what caused it. But hey, I didn't get disconnected from the actual game. Or PSN, so... let's play on.
Get ready for the next battle.
Oh, look at that! How can you be disconnected and yet it's still connected? I'm just gonna maybe relog in. Is this saving all finished? All those icons? Yeah. CP, is that you?
Mm-hmm.
I thought so. So yeah, I weirdly had like the stream go down briefly, but not the game. And then after the set was done, because I just played someone in Russia, it was like, you've been disconnected. All the while I'm still connected and it's searching for a game. Weird, right? But yeah, I'm on
Gaming.
I'm on my way back.
I'm eating, so you can, yeah.
Let me know if I have any more blips, guys. Maybe it was the player, because again, the game was acting really funny. Like, basically, there was a little bit of lag while we were playing, and it was someone with Ethernet. But then the stream went really weird. Apparently the stream went down during the fight, and Yeah, very strange. It was a king player too, so I didn't know what the f I was doing. But yeah, thank you again in advance to my brother Diesel Dave for basically allowing the fact for there to be 2 streams of Tekken today. One at 7 p.m. and the other one obviously right now, because yeah, Dave will be doing my evening routine instead of the carers that we put in place specifically so family didn't have to do it. But yeah, I ain't going to bed at 7 p.m. So we've cancelled the care, at least for tonight. But it's the 3rd night in a row where they've gave me that time, and I'm like, oh, come on.
Get ready for the next battle.
But yeah, it's because the person that I had during the first week, obviously, it's her week off. And, you know, people deserve their week off when it's their week off. But I guarantee you that once she's back, everything will be fine again, right? Pretty much. I'm hoping. But yeah. So I think I might need to clone a couple of individuals that don't mind the late call. But that's not exactly legal, is it? What a conundrum. We'll work it out.
Get ready for the next battle.
Oh God, Brian. Dominance, ambition, and close battles. That's apparently my grades. They're all S+. I realize I'm covering them up a bit. But,
No dawaj!
Round 1. Fight.
To nic takiego!
frickin' Snake Edge, man.
Round 2. Fight.
To nic takiego! To koniec!
Round 2. Fight.
To nic takiego!
Just seen that coming. In the corner. Get out. Orbital. Oh. I feel like Brian's got one of the worst schmixes that's not really a schmix, but it's like they'll either snake edge you or they'll orbital you. Like, And if you quote unquote guess wrong, you are just wide open in both cases.
That's not a 50-50. You can react to the snake edge. You just don't have reflexes. You don't pay enough.
Alright. You know, anytime I'm trying to, you know, you just gotta kick me while I'm fucking down. Thanks, Marcus. Shut up.
Now, he does have 50-50, but that's not one of them.
Yeah, no, but I know what you're saying. This is why I said, look, I know it's not a true 50-50, but at my level, you're either fucking snake-edged or orbital, and it sucks. Like,
Now, the one that is a 50-50 is hatchet kick or orbital. If you can't react to that, that thing is, yeah, it's good chunky damage as well. But then again, we're also playing online most of the time. So depending on the connection, maybe you can't react to a snake edge.
see, why didn't you just say that first? But no. Oh, there.
In order for one to become their true self in the fighting game, the ego must be smashed and left in small pieces all over the floor. I made that sound a bit poetic, but it's kind of true.
Round 2. Fight.
People think they're good at games, and then they come to fighting games, and the fighting games just completely obliterate their ego. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, I thought I was good at Tekken until I played it online.
That happened to everybody.
You know, because I
literally happened to
genuinely
everybody.
could beat all my friends. None of them wanted to play me. And then you go online.
You know what's funny? The only people that didn't happen to, the people that went to arcades. Because before online, it was you beat all your friends and then you went to the arcade and got absolutely bludgeoned.
Yeah. Yeah, now it's like, rather than it's like, can you beat your friends? It's like, can you beat your neighbor?
Well. You know, yeah, no, it's very funny. And actually, thinking about it, if I had to put money into a machine, on one half you understand how it makes you better.
It's gonna make you good, because if you're not good, it's expensive. Like, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that inherently makes you good. I think it's more, it encourages you to get better at the game.
Yes, yeah. But the thing is, it's also like subconscious encouragement. Because your brain, you know, the neurons reinforce, like, if you don't win this, you got to pay more money. You know? So when...
I think that,
yeah.
it's caused a subtle change in the genre, because now you get people who just complain about things being too hard all the time.
Yeah. Did actually beat the Brian, which is... Oh, wait. No, we got one more match to go, but hey, 1-1.
We beat the Brian!
Yeah, 1-1.
Sounds like an 80s pop song title.
Round 1. Fight.
Oh, I was expecting Snake Edge, and again, there's Orbital. And then, like, mid-combo, flying in the air for so freaking long, Namco, that he can Snake Edge to continue his combo. What? Like, I'm not being funny, but like, you know, Lydia's wearing a gi, not a balloon. You know? Like, why am I so floaty?
Because you got hit by the orbital?
I really prefer how VF juggles, because they're not really juggles, right? The way that, like, there's the different weight classes, and, you know, you're not falling through the air forever, or when you are going through the air, it just looks more natural. I know it's still video gamey and, you know, it's still probably not true to life. But compared to Tekken, it looks very...
The thing is, to get the length of combo that you get in Tekken and Virtua Fighter, you have to get them to the wall. Right? And even then, it's still shorter. But the fact that you have to get them to the wall means that it's not going to happen every game, because not every stage has walls.
Yeah, well, I'm on secluded training ground, so this is brutal, man. Oh no. Ow.
Round 4. Fight.
I don't know, that was actually decent. I'm shocked. The big arch. Wow.
Fuck.
Right, let's see what Andy's doing.
Oh. Ah, stop it.
By the sound of it, not blocking.
Yeah, you can't block when you're being juggled. That.
No, what you do, you block before you get juggled, so that it doesn't happen
I
in the first place.
know, yes. Oh, fucking god.
See, he's not watching what you're doing and then doing the snake egg. He's just doing the snake egg. That was going to be another orbital. Andy, every time he jabs, just crouch blocks.
It's alright, I won the set.
Oh,
Amazingly, I won the set. But damn.
Get ready for the next battle.
Oh.
Yeah, Bamco needs to fix the delay on the spectator. It's not. Yeah, every time he jabbed, he snaked every single time.
I didn't pick up on that because I'm dumb.
And I know you got hit every single time. You're not dumb.
Get ready for the next battle.
Oh, the orangutan. Gee. Okay. I need VF Revo on PS5, man. I need it. Where's the release date, Sega?
That's not gonna save you. Sarah does the same stuff.
I just, yeah, but that game is awesome. I mean, this game's great too, but I need the crossplay, man.
Yeah, now this is one of those matchups where if you don't play enough Tekken, this is frustrating as fuck.
Yeah. Although this guy's on a tear, 10 wins.
Yeah, but it's because people don't play the matchup enough. Because Horang has certain instances where you have to down jab to stop his momentum. And you have to know where to do it as well, otherwise you get launched.
につけよ
Fuck, I'm so bad at after hop kick. Three? Fuck. That looks really quite dumb. The same two kicks 3 times in a row and then just rage on. But hey, it worked. Oh, he's going up in the world.
Yeah, but why does it look dumb? Because proper Taekwondo people in real life can do that.
Yeah.
Why does that look dumb?
I don't know, it just sort of does. There it is again.
I mean, it's a very bad combo, but it's enough.
Yeah, what's good about it is the wall carry. Like,
yeah, he's not even doing anything at the wall, so the wall carry is not even. It's not important. Okay.
oh my god.
You need to stop doing that. The forward floor 2 is they're looking for it now. Nice hop kick.
Yeah, I see what you mean, I see what you mean. Oh, the fucking key charge at the end? Well, yeah, enjoy your promo, you...
Right, now, before he key charged,
Get ready for the next battle.
before he key charged, he did a string and you done to the high and you needed to press 1. You didn't press 1. We- Horang, you have to do down 1 a lot to stop his momentum.
Okay.
But you have to know where to do it, otherwise you get launched.
Yeah, yeah, as you said, yeah. It's okay.
It's a very annoying matchup.
We won't see him until I promote again, hopefully. Because, yeah, he's on just the
Get ready for
the
the
biggest...
next
Oh, fuck.
It's alright, mate. I was gonna say deep breath is alright, but Clive showed up, so yeah. Tekken 8, ladies and gents.
Not like this!
Not like this. That's so funny.
Six now!
Round 3. Fight.
Oh fuck. Oh my god. Oh my god, I was about to rage that.
Round 4. Fight.
Lydia killed the Benjamin Star. You know, because he's voiced by Ben Starr. Anyway.
Round 1. Fight.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I got a load break.
Defense now!
Oh man.
Round 2.
Insane.
Fight.
Defense now!
W imię wszystkich Polaków!
Good.
Walcz z honorem!
Not like this!
Round 3. Fight.
Defense now!
Fuck.
The fantasy here is yours!
Nope.
KO. Round 4. Fight.
Man, when Lydia gets going, it's really awesome.
There's certain top level players that I like. Lydia is basically broken when she's in heat,
Yep.
but outside the heat, she's not really the. I don't know if I agree with that.
Get ready for the next battle.
Cool, let's hear your take on it. I'm interested. So explain, if you would.
People like to throw around broken a lot. I think she's very strong in a game and series where
But
players
there's a
are used
way
to
to
having very
beat.
weak
There's a way to
times.
beat even the heat stuff, where all it is like you say, lack of matchup knowledge from the complainers. Is that what you're saying?
There is ways to beat the heat stuff, but it's more about putting pressure on her in the first place before
So
she even gets into that.
So basically, if you prevent her from getting her 3 stacks of the heat install thing, like if you basically treat the symptoms, not the disease, then you're all right.
You mean the other way around? Treat the disease, not the symptoms, basically. You stop her from getting her momentum in the first place when she's still weaker.
Get ready
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
next
Right?
battle.
But I feel like the biggest issue with the Tekken community is that they're used to having much offensively weaker characters than what's been happening in Tekken 8. If you play games like Guilty Gear and SNK games
They're
and all of
used
that
to this
before that,
already, yeah.
you're used to this already. Even VS.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's a lot of stance-related setup required offense in VF as well, where like the damage on certain things is stupid high, but it's because there's a lot of risk involved in its execution. So
There's that, but it's also to do with in VS, both sides have to make decisions all the time. Like, it can put you in a mix-up that can be damaging. But even in that situation, you have options that can mess me up. And if you make a decision, getting hit with a massive combo. So the risk is the same on both sides. In this game, it's you put me in a mix-up, I could lose loads of health. If I guess right, congratulations, I've stopped you from doing loads of damage that one time.
Yeah.
But sometimes I can still be in a mix-up.
yeah.
And then I get up on the second time and I die anyway. That's why everybody's so frustrated about this game.
I will say this, ranked doesn't feel as scary as it used to. Maybe a lot of the really good players have all left, maybe that's why. But also, like, I don't know. Like, there was a time when I would be quaking in my boots over a purple, but when I'm there as well, it feels kind of more natural. It's like, if I wasn't supposed to be here, I'd be on an L streak right now, but I'm not. You know what I mean?
What is that? It's the fact that in the beginning of the match, they have all these boosts, and you
Yeah.
can't demote in yellow and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
it forcefully brings the worst players up, which means like purple in this game will probably be like, I don't know, early red in 7.
7, yeah.
Yeah. So that's why another reason, as you said, a lot of the best players don't want to play this game. And then the ones that do play this game, they're in God of Destruction 1 and things.
Now, I will say launch season 2 was crazy, not just because the game was crazy, but because everybody got brought down. The first few weeks, where like you had absolutely gods among basically noobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was rough.
Você salvou a minha vida, mas não vou.
But basically with the passage of time, people will just naturally fall into their natural ranks of where they're at, and then it's better games for everyone.
Yeah. But I think the problems that fighting games have in general is simply the mentality of the average gamer nowadays. They can't stomach it.
Yeah,
They can't stomach what fighting games are at their core.
yeah. Even Harada spoke about that in interviews where like he's sort of thinking like people, games where it's literally just you. Like if you lose, it's your fault because you're the only one. But in team games, he believes that team games are a bit more popular these days because a loss isn't just on you, it's on the team.
I don't think that though. A lot of these developers understate that because they're not looking at the reality of what they're doing because they want to escape responsibility. Haram is one of the biggest culprits of taking away all the things that people used to love about Tekken and then trying to resell it back to you, or not putting it in the game at all and then wondering why loads of people in the game. Like, look at how feature-rich Tekken 3 was, and then look at every other Tekken after that, basically.
Well, Tekken 8 is feature-rich, which is, it actually surprised me how feature-rich it is.
No, it's compared to what we had in the 1.2. But if you go to how many shit is in Tekken 3,
Oh my god, that is the slowest foot to the face. That did look funny though.
Fight.
like Tekken 8 is good compared to what we have in modern games today. Compared to what we had in like Tekken 3 and 4 and that, it's not, no. And it came with the game.
Você salvou a minha vida. Não vou desperdiçá-la.
It's so weird that I can even see Fujin. Like, that's weird to me, man. On the bar.
It's weird, and what you're basically saying is, on some level, it don't even feel right to you.
No,
which
it,
is
really,
the point.
it really doesn't. Yeah, I know that CP's audio went weird. It seems to be alright now.
I'm in the bathroom, that's why. It's a bit echoey in here.
Yeah, I think your wireless headset was like losing a bit of signal.
Yeah, it happens. Boy. Yeah, it's doing it again now. I'm back soon. 1 minute.
Round 2. Fight.
Vambora!
Fight.
Yeah, I played Eddie for a bit. I know to duck the high.
Round 4. Fight.
Okay, GG, so enjoy your promo. Dude, halfway to battle rule is kind of weird, man. What?
It could be you're getting better, or it could be that
Everyone
these people don't know how
sucks.
to do it.
Yeah, I know. Could we just go with the I'm getting better thing? Could we? Also, I can't imagine many people play Lydia, so a lot of it, let's just be honest. A lot of people don't know the Lydia matchup, right? So when you play a dark horse like Lydia, it does help.
Get ready for the next battle.
Oh, Law. Now, Law's a character who, like, I really feel's got really good damage. And is another character where his heat's really strong, because if the nunchucks land, he's giving himself heat meter back.
You can basically have infinite heat if the player knows what they're doing.
Yeah, oh, special style as well. Wow, this is gonna be... Okay. Interesting. Oh, I see. You turn it on and off depending on the situation. You're one of those. Yeah, I ducked your legend kick. And there goes special style. Of course, yeah.
Round 2. Fight.
Bez litości!
Round 3. Fight. Round 4. Fight.
To nic takiego! Bez litości! Idealnie! Idealnie!
This is the game I shouldn't lose, but I might if I'm not careful. The range on down back 4.
I'm not, I wasn't gonna say it, but you mean Dragon's Tail?
Yeah.
You mean the move that is basically Stake Edge again?
Yeah.
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 It gets me as well. It gets me as well, though.
Przed moim kolejnym spotkaniem.
And don't get me wrong, that's like when I was playing Law, that's why I loved that move. But man, it's so like it's one of those things when you play the character you love the move. When you're against the character you hate the move. Like for the same reasons. It's because it's so good.
Hello, Shoulder. He's talking to you.
Yeah, yeah, Feng's shoulder. Yeah.
Feng Shoulder is so annoying, but it's annoying to me because I know I should launch punish it on block and I don't. Like sometimes I miss it.
Yeah.
Round 2. Fight.
This dude is on a promotion chance to Fujin, and he's playing like a hybrid between special style and not. I'm sorry, buddy, but you ain't gonna be blue for long with
Your job is to stop him from getting there in the first place, so I don't have to deal with him. Be a good friend.
Round 3. Fight.
I wonder if there is anyone that's actually achieved God of Destruction through special style. And what that even looks like.
I haven't seen it, but I would believe that it's possible. Because using special style isn't like, they might still have like really good movement and knowledge of the game and stuff.
Yeah.
And then they just use those moves. That's why older school players hate things that special style in modern. Because it's part of the game that you had to learn that they basically removed. And which means there's less game to play and get like
There's less to get good at.
less everything. You know, it's just annoying. But I was reading on the internet, someone made a very good point. A lot of this push to put easier controls and stuff, it is to try and get people that don't play fighting games into stuff, but it's also down to inflation. Inflation and things costing so much means that you kind of have to try and get people that don't play fighting games into it now.
Yeah.
Whereas before it didn't matter as much because we would spend the money that needed to be spent to make money.
The range on Dragon to oh my god.
Final round.
And that you said the range. There was a summon on it. The range. The range. Watching you play ranked is really fun.
Why? Because I'm so
Because-
bad?
No, I like watching people play ranked. I watch people play ranked all the time. I watch Yax play ranked.
Yeah, but why is it fun to watch me play rank? Because you specifically
Seeing
said-
how you adapt to things.
I don't.
If you adapt to things.
Oh wow, he didn't finish the set. What? You don't deserve Fujin with that kind of attitude. Come on. Come on now. Okay, my prowess has gone down a little bit, so we're not 141,000, we're 140,709. But generally speaking, it's around that level now, which, you know, it's an improvement. I like the fact that prowess isn't factored in the matchmaking anymore, but I also like the fact that it's still there, just to give you a sort of barometer of like where you're at, you know?
Yeah, no, it's good just because sometimes you can have someone that's the same rank,
Yeah.
but their prowess is like way higher, and then you can go, oh, okay,
Yeah.
this is like their fourth character.
Yeah.
You know, they're actually better than what you think it is.
Yeah, people can't smurf as easy, you know? The battlefield term would be a closet colonel, where like
Interesting.
you come across someone that shows as a low ranked soldier, but really it's like their fifth account and they're really good, or something like that. Like they're hiding the fact they're actually high ranked.
What we're seeing here with the guy who rage quit and all that is why offline tournaments are so important.
I think,
God, it's Claudio.
I think what threw me off initially is like it's Claudio that looks like Violet-ish, and then
They look like they're going for Trunks. That's a Trunks cosplay from Dragon Ball Z.
oh, okay.
With wrong coloured hair. The hair's the wrong colour. But it's close. Future Trunks.
Il bagliore di Sirio purifica tutto. Arrivederci. Osserva.
That's why I hate Rage. I get hit with those. Well, not quite arrivederci. I'm still alive, bitch. Oh,
Not much longer.
Not anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Round one.
Come on.
come on. I feel like I'm in one of them raves where people taking LSD and shit with this song.
Oh, what? You mean the Tekken 6 fountain music? I loved this track in Tekken 6. Like, this stage was really cool.
Yeah, it was good.
Because it had really cool lighting that changed color and all this. Like, I feel like a lot of the older Tekken stages looked really cool. Not that Tekken 8 doesn't, but I feel like there was more wow factor. Like, for the fountain in particular, like, they were really showing off, like, hey, we've got great reflections, because, like, as the lighting changes, it's shining on the clothes of the combatants and stuff like this. Or like in Tekken Tag 2, like the boss stage where you fought JUN / Unknown, like the fighters' clothes actually got wet and then dried over time and stuff.
Yeah.
And again, it's probably something Tekken like saw in DF and like, oh yeah, we should do that. Like the way they do snow. And then Tekken 6. You know?
Perdonami. Devo adempiere al mio dovere.
Real 5 Vanilla had like threatened everything.
Meanwhile, Street Fighter 5 does a beach stage and then it immediately gets banned because you can't see the feet.
Get
Like,
ready for the next battle.
there's something ironic in that. It's like banned because you can't see the feet, whereas like in real life, you know, certain cultures banned because they can see the feet. Like,
Get
there's a
ready
weird
for the
irony in that.
next battle.
But hey, in a 2D fighting game, it does make sense. You need to see the feet.
Fun fact. Hunter x Hunter and then Impact has been banned in Australia.
Przed moim kolejnym spotkaniem.
Really? Why?
There's a character in that game. He's a bit there's instances where he's like, even in the story mode, there's a bit where he's naked. For some reason I can't explain because I don't watch the anime. He's naked, and then your characters you're playing are like, Jesus, put clothes on. Why are you like this? What's wrong with you?
Oh my god.
So I think it's due to nudity. I can't think of any other reason why. There's no fatalities in that game. There's no blood. No nothing. Ooh, Dragunov. Looking like Blue Skullomania.
Yeah, no, for all the complaining people did about the Tekken shop, the thing is, they've proven that it works and it's been successful. And I reckon, like, even though the complaints will keep coming, so will the sales. So there's no reason for
Old school players complain about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Old school players complain about the Tekken shop. New school players buy stuff from the Tekken shop.
Yep.
That's why the old school players are being replaced.
Oh,
Because
what? This better not be me. Did you? Wow, that was a long. Stream's
What?
okay, right, guys?
Yeah, I can see it.
It literally just froze framed like twice.
Yeah, we can see it. We can see them. God knows why this is happening.
I don't know.
I think he might be doing it.
It's on PlayStation like me.
Yeah, but as I said, you can get a Chronos Zen Max or whatever it is. And do the same shit. Consoles are essentially PCs nowadays anyway.
The next Xbox apparently really will be, including Steam.
It
I have to say,
it
if that
really
rumor
is.
ends up being true, where it's like literally an Xbox with Windows, I won't lie, I'll be tempted. But it depends on the price. And
They need to make
obviously
some
my
fucking
situation.
games.
Yes, that's a fair point, sir.
Because I'm literally like, people are not hyped for Halo like they used to be for good reason.
Yeah, the Ally X
Right.
is the handheld, but yeah, they're working on a new home console too. There was a recent video announcement by head of Xbox, Sarah Bond, and you know, I'm interested to see what happens with it all. Still waiting for KI to come to PS5. Of course, it hasn't been announced, but I want it to be. I just want to, even though I haven't read it out loud, Kasopia, I do want to let you know that between rounds I have read your chat and I see you, acknowledge you, and I appreciate your input.
I don't. Apparently, Microsoft signed a new deal with AMD recently.
Yes, yeah, for the next main system. Obviously, they've got that collaboration with ROG, Asus about the Xbox Ally and the Xbox Ally X. But yeah, they're using AMD for next gen, just like Sony are, because of course Sony already announced Project Amethyst, which combines AMD's Red with PlayStation Blue. So PlayStation 6 will also be AMD.
Which is rumored for a 2027 release,
Yeah.
which absolutely no one is happy about, but there we go.
Final round. Fight.
Wow, I actually won that Dragunov game.
Let's.
Umieram z głodu. Może później pójdziemy coś zjeść.
Well, what I'm excited about with the ROG Xbox Ally is the software collaboration. Basically, the collaboration between those two companies is actually forcing Windows to be better as a gaming OS. Where, like, they're literally telling a lot of aspects of Windows that aren't needed for gaming to literally not load up. Where, like, when you turn on the ROG Xbox Ally, it'll literally go into a very Xbox-like UI and just show you your games. But if they actually port that over, what I really hope is that I don't want them for that to only be on Xbox consoles or Xbox handheld things. I want them to bring that feature set to Windows 11 in general, and then give people the option of just booting in that game mode, as it were. And then it would really improve, like, because Windows would use
Oh,
less
that's cool.
resources.
I've never seen that intro.
Have you not?
No, because everyone skips it. I've seen the end of it when she bows.
All right, yeah. Yeah, Jin and Lydia respect one another. There's also a unique one for Lydia and Devil Jin, where she's like, "All right, I got to deal with you."
There's
bring
proper
it.
martial arts Tekken fans, idiots, fucking weirdos.
The reason why I like consoles is because again, yeah, exactly. I'm the same, yeah. But again, I'm gonna be honest. I'm intrigued by this new strategy of Xbox, and let's be real, they got to do something, right? Because the numbers don't lie. Xboxes just weren't selling. They got to try something new.
No, they were selling. They just weren't selling anywhere near as much as PlayStation. They sold. It's just not as big as PlayStation. It's like 2 to 1.
Well, like 5
And the
to
reason
1,
they
dude,
weren't selling.
I think it's 5 to 1.
No, but the reason they weren't selling was because there's no fucking games.
Yeah.
And there still is no fucking games.
Well, it's all, and also I blame Game Pass to a little bit because like a lot of my relatives that are like most of them are actually Xbox gamers, but they literally stopped buying games years ago. Like all of them.
That money still goes to Xbox. They just get more per month, so they have more some resources to make more games, and they just don't.
Well, no, because even a 1 month sub to Game Pass, right? Like it'll to be about £120 a year. Whereas if you're a PlayStation gamer buying the exclusives, you get that as soon as somebody's bought 2 full price games. And obviously there are a lot of people that buy more than 2 games a year. So
if you're not making games in the first place, there's nothing to buy.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
But that's
you're not
the
making
thing.
games in the first place.
Even the stuff that Microsoft are releasing, because they've said like, oh yeah, you know, the new Doom just launches day 1 on Game Pass. Like they've made it that their customers don't have to buy their games anymore, so they're losing out on money as a result of that.
If I buy, okay, let me put it to you this way, yeah. You have to look at how many people might buy 1 or 2 games a year, right? If let's say 1 to 2 million people actually after you bought the console, let's say 1 to 2 million people buy 1 or 2 games per year, right? That's what 140 million quid, right? Game Pass is making like triple that per month. It's a lot of money. That's why they keep doing it that way, and it's less risk as well because they've kept you attached to Game Pass.
Yeah. Whereas I have a PlayStation Plus premium subscription, and because PlayStation games don't launch directly on it, I still buy new games in addition. So like the way Sony do it, they do get a lot more money out of it.
I still think that Microsoft overextended with Game Pass. Hi. I still think they overextended themselves because they sold out basically. Also with the like $1 to convert your current subscription into Game Pass.
That was really good.
Yeah, even if you had like 3 years of gold ready, or was it 5? I think it was max.
I remember that. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
PlayStation didn't do this, and I feel like okay, PlayStation didn't even want to fight them on Game Pass.
Yeah.
But
they
I
can't.
think that realizing this, that it was a mistake for Microsoft. I think PlayStation may have done the smart thing, also by not putting the top tier games on Game Pass on day 1.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think they.
As a consumer, it sucks.
Hold on,
right?
let Sophia finish. Let Sophia finish. Go on,
Sorry,
Sophia. What?
I think that okay, people are right, and it's a better deal on Xbox because it is.
Yeah.
But that's why I think Xbox is overextending themselves.
Yeah, I agree.
There's a bit. I think you're both right in the sense that there is a point to that. However, I don't think many people are buying Xbox games in the first place enough to justify doing it the way PlayStation does it.
Maybe
PlayStation,
that's a good point.
It wouldn't make sense for PlayStation to do what Xbox is doing because enough people buy their games.
Selling, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Whereas for Xbox, it makes sense to do Game Pass because they're clearly making more money over time by doing that.
Yeah.
And it's better for they can't compete with PlayStation on the games because what we've got now
Yeah.
what we've got now is a heavy brand saturation, where it doesn't matter how good Xbox games are, it's not PlayStation, so no one cares. That's what we've got now, right? So they can't.
I'm gonna go a little bit quiet because I'm playing a thing. Oh god, there's down back 3. But yeah, thank you for
This
joining
is first thing
us.
you've seen all week for Sophia.
Yeah, sure.
I hope
He
you're doing well.
never comes across thing.
I know. This is why this is a bit scary. Oh god.
Yeah, so I think that's what it is. They just realize that Xbox games just don't sell. But I would argue they don't sell because they don't make enough of them. They don't come out soon enough, and then they don't market them very well. There was a time in Xbox 360, for example, when
Xbox adverts were everywhere, yeah.
Xbox 360, that they were outselling PS3 for the majority of that console period until right at the end.
Yeah.
It was doing very well, right? And then they just dropped the ball, flushed it down the toilet, and broke their own foot when it landed with TV. And then they haven't recovered since.
Oh, you need a console that can work offline? Yeah, we have a product for that. It's called Xbox 360.
You know what's... No, that's the sad part as well. This is what I was going to say. Xbox One, by the time it released, actually did work offline.
Yeah, it was very good. Yeah, it was very good.
And on top of that, the Kinect thing was actually really good. It was really fun.
Yeah.
The problem is you actually had to have it. Otherwise, the interface was just...
Well, not only that, the Kinect had the same problem that the VR headset does. It's expensive. It's some games you can only play with it. So if you want those games, you need that hardware.
Yeah.
You need the room space, the spatial needs for it. And especially for the Kinect, people such as Bethesda cannot utilize it 100%.
Yeah.
The normal size room, so the new Kinect, the Xbox One Kinect, I don't think that was really a problem.
The original one, it was
terrible.
Yeah,
the original one, you're correct. The original one was terrible, but the Xbox One that came out of the box, that was very good.
Yeah, we could actually use the voice commands without having to stand up in a silhouette with the Xbox One Kinect.
Exactly. We could actually use the original Kinect. We couldn't use because you couldn't calibrate things. You had to stand up. And with the table,
hi Alpha as well. Okay, so like I'm gonna finish this set and then read more of chat because I am sorry for all the chat I have missed.
Yeah, no, but they tied that to it, and then they basically... My biggest problem with the Xbox One as well, even though I had one, was that the way the interface worked when the console came out, you had to have a Kinect. It wasn't... A lot of people who didn't have one was like, oh, why have they put it in the box? They should have given it a try, they made it more expensive.
I mean, rest in peace, Skype. It was the best way to Skype as well. That camera was amazing. It always kept you in frame.
Yeah, I was going to get to that. But the biggest problem was the fact that they designed the entire interface around having a Kinect.
Yeah.
And they didn't hammer that home to everybody as to why that meant that it needed to be in the box. So the biggest mistake was making the interface the way that it was, right? Because now, anytime you had to use a controller, it was horrible.
I think the most frustrating thing, like talking about the UI, the frustrating thing as a customer is that Xbox have already made a great UI. It was the Blades UI on the 360. There was nothing better than that for a controller. So
we're still asking for that back now.
Yeah.
We're literally asking for that back now, years later. Can we have the Blades back there? And then they brought it back for a little bit.
Only for the guide menu, not for the actual full. So, you know, they brought it back for the Xbox button menu on 360, but nothing else. So
it doesn't matter. The fact that they brought it back in any capacity for a limited time is evil.
Yeah.
Right? You know that's what people want. Just do it for the whole fucking system and let us have it. Excuse my French. So you can't even use money as an excuse. You're Microsoft.
Yeah.
You know?
And by the way, Cassandra, we will get to some Switch multiplayer fun. It's going to have to be in the afternoon for me, though, because of when my care is ending up landing, but we will
Yeah.
organize that.
No worries.
Anyway,
Have you at the
Kasopia,
time?
how are you?
I was. Yeah, how are you? You good?
I'm well.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm good. There's some things in the background that I won't be speaking too much about.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
My
I
DMs are
want
open.
to be live, you know?
We're surviving, yeah? We're doing...
Yeah, busy.
I was gonna say, do you happen to know how long a game of Jamboree actually lasts on average? Because I don't want to have to leave
I
one
would
early.
say take what the game is saying and time it twice to be sure. But maybe by like 50% above it, so 100% time on what it's saying.
Okay.
Especially if you are having training that you can try the mini game before the mini game starts on, especially if you have that.
Right. Yeah.
And Kasopia,
And
since you're more into those kind of games and you might have any better idea of what the hell is going on, what is happening with this marathon game? What's going on? Anyone know?
Well, I can speak to that a bit. There was somebody that worked on it like in 2017 art-wise. They put the work that they did on like a sort of a decal sheet, kind of like a portfolio, right? Almost like an artist's CV. There was a miscommunication as to like whether they were allowed to do that or not. And then basically the gameplay reveal happens years later. This artist doesn't work at Bungie anymore. And they were like, that's my artwork. They used that without my permission. But at the same time, as far as I can understand, this artist wasn't willing to pursue like legal action. But because they went public about this art was used without my permission, the internet then made a big stink out of it, kind of thing. And so they've essentially potentially killed the game, you know, made it a Concord 2. So if anything, maybe Bungie would have grounds to sue the artist because of how, you know, they went public but they don't want to do legal action. But it's caused like damage to the game that is like, because you know what the internet is like, right? Like the game is just not going to sell because of the controversy. Now I will just say I was quite excited for Marathon, but now I'm worried that even if I buy it, no one's going to play it, and then I'll get a refund within like 2 weeks, and it's literally going to be the Concord situation, where I bought Concord, I played it for 2 weeks, and then Sony shut it down and refunded me. So, oh hey Switchboy.
I actually have no idea because I wasn't aware of marathons.
See, Switchboy just said marathons should die. I disagree.
I personally got so annoyed in Concord that because they presented this cinematic trailer as an epic single-player experience. And then they switched over to the gameplay trailer where it was like five heroes. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And then, I mean, oh, but we are promising there's going to be a story, it's going to be another Destiny. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Really? I feel like that.
So it wasn't just me.
I love Destiny. I love playing Destiny, but I don't need another one because I cannot keep up with Destiny alone.
Yeah, that's it. And that's what these big companies don't realize. It's like people have already chosen their games. You can't break into them like a certain genre that's oversaturated or So the whole live service thing is too risky. Like
what you have to do is you have to wait for the main live service game to be so bad that people are looking for a different game and then you jump in.
In general, there's too many games out there, and I feel like I need to make another article soon about it.
Yeah.
There's too many games. There's too many developers out there. All the platforms are allowing too many games on their platform. End of story. And there's too many, especially too many PC platforms. Steam, GOG, and all that. They need to stop trying to fight each other. They need to, especially the PC platforms, they need to step up and say, okay, what is our niche? What kind of games do we need? PUBG does it with the old games, but also have new games from what I recall.
The Blueprints puzzle roguelike I've been playing is one of the most unique games I've played in literally years. And there's no DLC, there's no microtransactions. It's 25 quid. Although if you're on PlayStation Plus Extra or Premium or have Xbox Game Pass, you can just play it. My mom has already put like 270 hours in or something like that. I rolled credits yesterday. It's a fantastic game. And I highly recommend it to anyone. And yeah, like it's
but the
actually
point that Cassiopeia is making though, the point that Cassiopeia is making is a very good one, because it's looking like, I'm not quite old enough, but I do know about it. It is looking like the video game crash of the 1970s and 80s.
Yeah.
When there was just
but this has been on the way for like 10 years by now. I wrote an article like years ago, and it's not live, but I have it somewhere.
Yeah.
And I don't remember when.
Yeah, it's a thing where because there are a lot of like developers and things that we might not even know about that are here, and then they shut down, and then like people are losing jobs everywhere. But it's just that I think gaming in general has become such a big thing. Like it's the biggest, most popular entertainment medium, right? So even though all these things is happening, because the big ones that we know about and care about are still about, we're not really noticing.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of talk about the games becoming even more expensive and sort of like £80 becoming the standard rather than now 70, which is even a recent thing in itself.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking eventually they're gonna end up pricing themselves out for most people.
Yes.
And then the whole industry is going to shrink. And then that's when what Cassiopeia is saying will naturally forced to happen, basically. Because less people will just be playing games.
I mean, if I was, to be honest, I mean, obviously with all of a sudden I've got care in place, and obviously that care isn't going to be free. There's every chance that I, like, going forward, I'm buying less games and stuff. But my backlog is already so big that you guys won't even notice that I've stopped buying games, really, because there's so many games that I've already got that I plan to play through. Like,
well,
I've got content for years. Yeah.
I have lifetime games.
Yeah.
I mean, if I sit down, it's a video games market should crash.
Yeah.
So no one is making any new games, but they're keeping the servers up.
Yeah.
I think I would be dead for life, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
To be honest.
I play fighting games, so yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Fighting games are forever game. What's this? Bomb Rush. That's interesting. Alone in the Dark. I haven't seen you for a while. Shit. Add to library. He looks like that guy
credits
from
already on day 48. Thank you, Sword. Yeah.
The guy in the sort of on the title page where Alone in the Dark looks like that guy from Stranger Things.
Up the stinkers because everyone isn't buying corporate speak that Bungie froze now. Yeah, good points, Alpha. That's in regards to the marathon thing. Yeah.
But there's also like the whole Mind Side from Ubisoft.
Oh yeah.
It looks really good, but it's getting a stink as well. And it also.
Wait, Ubisoft published that?
I do believe they did. Yes.
Oh wow, I didn't realize that. That's interesting.
That in itself is part of the reason my Mind's Eye is getting a stink as well. Because Ubisoft has become a name that no one really wants to associate with
Ubisoft
anymore.
has become like 2010's EA.
Yeah, it's toxic.
But yeah, EA actually fought its way out of it. Apart from all the sports games, but yeah.
Okay, I'm going to lock in. I'm playing it. I'm playing a Jack 8. I don't play against... Why do I feel like anytime I'm in a ranked Tekken match, it doesn't matter what the matchup is, I almost feel like unless it's a Mishima, I don't play the matchup often. so I'm nervous going into the match. You know.
Let me just turn this on. CP, if you go into my channel and do exclamation mark game list, my bot should be responding with a
I'll
link
give you
to
a
my game
document
list.
of your game list. Yeah, your game list is incredible.
It's color coded.
It is. It is a work of art.
Is this on your Twitch or something? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
in my Twitch channel, if you do exclamation mark game list, it will respond with a link.
So it's a commanding for Sophia's Twitch chat, exclamation point game list, and then you'll get a link to a document that is a work of art. Like. I was completely blown away.
Yeah, many are.
She's organized, isn't it?
I did say.
She's organized. I respect it.
Do you want to do a game list for me?
Hey, fine. If you're in my, here you go. It should be in the channel now.
Be like, pay me. No,
I used to actually use Pinterest. I used to use Pinterest for that very reason, actually. But I kind of got tired of like just another game, another pin on Pinterest. Like I just stopped doing it. Like.
Final round. Fight.
Yes, give Cassiopeia a follow, Cassiopeia Games. Like, click on Cassiopeia's username and hit the follow button if you haven't already.
No, but doesn't her name sound like? Do you remember that the Cavonia cough medicine advert?
What?
Right. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm talking to Andy. Fuck's sake. Right. So Cavonia had an advert.
It's to do with stars, if I'm remembering rightly, right? The constellation.
No.
What about Cassiopeia's origins? Yeah.
I don't know about that. Right. So then, eventually, like they talk about how strong this cough medicine is, and it's got like a bull or something on the front, and then the guy goes Cavonia.
By the way, they don't sponsor the stream. You always have a habit of basically DMCAing me with what you say and sing, CP.
Me saying Cavonia is not going to DMCA your stream. It's not. It's not. Yeah.
You might have caused their shares to spike by like 0.1%.
Point, keep pointing. Point. You could put on Michael Jackson things on your stream and it probably still won't get DMs. Actually, no.
I'm not gonna try.
You're small,
I'm not gonna try. I've also decided, I've pre-ordered Death Stranding 2, but because we know that's gonna have licensed music out the wazoo, I'm not actually gonna stream a playthrough of that. That is a game I'm gonna enjoy for myself, by myself.
Yeah, I can one thing like 5 years ago, and that was because when I got muted doing the Twitch and the music industry quite. I got some videos muted because of insect sounds and bird chirps. I am not kidding. It was part of the Hollywood audio library or something.
Yeah.
And since then I was like, okay, I'm gonna play games with the music in it they have, this atmosphere that is intended and made for it. And I have had a bunch of videos unmuted after I appealed them, including Little Big Planet.
Okay.
What I find the funniest thing recently is when Maximilian was it Summer Game Fest or
yes, he had to mute everything.
Basically, it was unstreamable. It was unstreamable. I was cracking up, right? And when that Death Stranding 2 cutscene came on, he's like, even that he had to basically mute it because it had the music going. I was
for me, I'm really excited to play that game because I recently finished Death Stranding 1 off stream. For me, the music is a key part of the experience. You can't really mute it. It's part of the game. Yeah.
To be fair, music is the key part of the experience of most games for me.
Yeah, but
Maybe by the subconsciously, that's why I don't stream. I don't know. I don't know. It just feels like it's too.
It's a mindset thing, man. You gotta. Streaming is something that you can only do if you really want to do it. Like when I first started, and you know, Zombie Workshop said like, "Hey Andy, I think you should stream." I was like, I don't know, man. Who's gonna watch my? I was like, and he was like, well, I would be interested in watching you play like Last of Us. So it's like, I'm one. And so I tried it, and it's like, it was one of those things where after I tried it, I realized how fun it was. And then that's what got me hooked. But had I not been like convinced to just give it a shot, I still wouldn't be a streamer by it. Like, so it's all kind of thanks to him pushing me to like, just give it a shot. That was
and see how it is. Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, okay. So I apologize for missing a bunch of chat. Obviously, like when having a verbal conversation, and then obviously trying to fight my way up rank. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm genuinely missing stuff. But I will, when I need to rest my hands, I'll scroll up and look at everything that's been said so far. Which, to be fair, is probably gonna come up soon because I've now done 2 hours of constant play. I feel good though, so I'm gonna play a couple more sets.
What's funny is Alpha saying Black Ops 6 has reached record lows with player counts.
I'm not surprised.
What's funny
I haven't played since the end of season 1. It is. Here's the thing though. Anytime I do play it, I have fun in the game. Like it's a good game, but like I think people have just got franchise fatigue, right?
What's funny to me is that record low is still probably higher than the majority of fighting games.
Oh yeah, like loads of publishers would love their numbers. Yeah.
In fact, I'm gonna look now out of curiosity.
Oh my god, this Heihachi is pressing all the buttons. Like he's literally like wiping his face across his arcade stick. Like, you know.
He's rolling his face across the controller.
Yep.
No disrespect to Broly legs whatsoever, he's a legend.
Ooh, that felt good. Clip it. Oh my god. Come on.
Wow, Counter-Strike 2 currently has 1,494,068 players on PC alone. On Steam.
I can believe it.
I can believe it. I'm just like...
Is that active players or is that accounts?
That's concurrent, like people playing now.
Yeah. I think there's also some tournaments going on, so...
Yeah.
Not too surprised.
I like Counter-Strike. I'm bad at it, but I like it.
It's a very skill-play shooter. Well, it used to be.
Oh, it seriously is. It still is. Yep.
I used to play Counter-Strike. Well, I used to try and play Counter-Strike.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was the same. Like, yeah.
Let's see, Street Fighter 6. What we saying? See, look, 29,766. Yeah.
You're on the Steam
Happy
tracker
days.
thing again, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really funny when because there's some games where, hang on. There's some games I have where you literally go on there at certain times of the day and it will literally say 0.
Yeah. How many people in PS5 Revo right now on Steam?
Oh my god. Yeah, that one's always funny. 1 minute, let's look. Let's have a look. 262.
Wow. Yeah, that game needs crossplay.
The joke is, you will still find matches.
Yes, you will.
Let's see. What can I think of? Sea of the Wolves.
Good shout, because that was like a very like bright star. Like it died quickly.
Yeah, it literally 213. So less than Virtua Fighter.
Yeah. And it's a shame because it's actually a really good game.
It is, but you have to play it. It's a game where you have to be into fighting games in the first place to really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And that's part of the problem.
Round 4. Fight.
It doesn't help that Ronaldo and what's his face is in the game. So apparently, that there's a lot of people who just didn't bother looking because they're in the game.
Yeah.
Although I argue they wouldn't have bothered anyway, to be fair.
Yes. I actually agree with you. Like, there's enough fans among those people's fan bases where like there are more people that would have bought the game because of their inclusion rather than people that didn't buy the game because of their inclusion.
Yeah, like I bought the game. As far as I was concerned, being a fan of SNK stuff, I bought the game as soon as it was announced. I was like, what? Garo 2, buy. And then I found out about Ronaldo afterwards. I was like, oh, okay. It's a bit weird. But buy.
That's not what that's not what you said to me when you phoned me about it. You were like, this makes perfect sense.
It does make sense though. That's the thing. From a marketing standpoint, it makes it because he's the most popular, literally the most popular person on earth. There are people who literally looked at that game and stuff and possibly thought about buying it because Ronaldo's in it.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't otherwise look at it. So as much as we might hate him, or for whatever reason, the bottom line is, from a marketing standpoint, that worked. Now the DJ guy, I had no idea who he is.
See, here's the thing, I had no idea who he is, but the thing is, his inclusion in the game made me look him up, and then I started watching his like music videos for the music unit. Dude, the guy is hilarious. So it's funny.
He is hilarious. He is hilarious. But I think as a character, he actually turned out quite well.
Yeah.
But like from a marketing standpoint, it don't make any sense. It's not like Ronaldo. You can see why they've done that, right?
Yeah.
Ganachi, not to the same extent. Unless he knew people, and I think that's what happened. He was brought on to help do the music and all that. He's like the leading director of all the music and stuff in the game.
And actually, I think the music that he did for the game is actually pretty decent for what it is.
Get ready for the
Like
next
it
And
actually works very well.
him being who he is, was able to bring in a lot of other well-known people within the EDM space. I've heard, right?
Yeah.
So people like Steve Aoki came onto that. Because I know who Aoki is. He came onto the project.
Okay,
you know,
I've got to shout you now. So, oh god.
And a bunch of other people.
I like the custom though. That's cool.
What I do appreciate though is the fact that the SNK and that certain prince put a lot of marketing money behind Fatal Fury, because now we know SNK games not selling has nothing to do with marketing. It ain't marketing, because God knows, yeah. SNK
they spent money on marketing,
yeah. So it's not a marketing problem, right? There's something else. I wish Sega would spend that kind of money.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it's good that they don't, to be fair, because then you have to sell a lot more copies. I don't know if that's happening with that game either. And actually, that's what gives me a bit concerned for this new BF. I don't know if yeah, I don't know. It looks great. It looks like it could end up being a fantastic game. But after what the what your mother said, A, is this game actually going to get released?
My mother
And
hasn't
B,
said anything about VF. What are you talking about?
That's the funniest thing you've said in the last 5 years. Well done. That was very.
There was a little hint of your like Jamaican accent in there, where like your mother sounded like your mother.
Well done, sir.
Yeah. You're welcome. I'm here all day. Thanks to Diesel Dave being able to put me to bed tonight. So, although I will have to stop and have dinner at some point.
I don't even know if I want to eat. I'm so. You ever feel like
Yeah,
you're
like
so
it's
hot
too
you don't
hot.
even want to eat?
Yeah, my appetite has gone down completely. I don't know whether Kasebi is the same, but yeah, like when it's too hot, I lose my appetite. I don't even know.
yeah.
Oh, you're still here? Cool. Awesome.
That's a chick. I was like, she's still here.
Yeah, we talk too much, Marcus.
Nah. I'm just listening and yeah. And I was doing some stuff, so I was muted.
Okay.
She's giving us a lesson in active listening, mate. That's what it is.
No.
No.
Oh my god, she's like, no, absolutely not. That's not what I meant at all.
Ah.
Too much ice cream.
Ice cream. Oh.
Just saying.
We have what's this? Succubus Shao Yu.
Yes. Yes.
You can punish that. I keep forgetting I'm 7 seconds behind. Thanks, Danko.
Oh no! Oh, well.
That kick punch.
Don't worry about it.
The heat engager. She can.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that was just game 1. All right. Man, Tekken is kind of moreish. I should stop and read chat soon. I'll finish the set and then. I like this game.
Let me. Wait. Why can't I see chat? Well, let me use the phone.
It might not load it. Like sometimes when you tune in on the phone, you won't see any of the chat from previously. It can vary. Sometimes it does. And sometimes it doesn't.
Amazon products. Ah.
Okay.
Round 2. Fight.
So I've been watching this Chinese anime recently called Left Hand Layup. It's brilliant.
Did you just say Chinese?
Yeah, because anime is not just Japanese. There's Chinese, there's Korean anime.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Chinese anime.
I've only come across a couple, to be fair. One's getting made into a game. It's called The Hidden Ones. So Alpha's been doing a lot of talking. So I'll read it out. So basically, Alpha said. So Switchboy had a lot to say.
Yeah, that's why we love Switchboy, and thank you for hanging out, sir. Yep.
So starting from 408. Walking Simulator. He's talking about Death Stranding.
Listen, man, I'm excited for it. All right, there is actually more to it than delivering the parcels, but you won't know that without not only playing it but sticking with it. And that's the thing. Like, if it's literally if like the cutscene seems weird and the gameplay seems like, I'll be honest, Kojima isn't making the game for that audience. Like, and the thing is, there's been a recent interview going around on the internet that's making rounds, right? Where like Kojima admitted, like about halfway through developing the game, they were doing playtesting where like Kojima went to like the composer and he's like, we have a serious problem. People like the game too much. We have to change something. Because like what Kojima's words were basically that like he doesn't want to make anything something mainstream. He wants to make the kind of game where you might not like it at first, but the things that you truly love are the kind of things that, you know, it didn't click with you at first and then you stuck with it and then it, you know, you learn to appreciate it as you go. So he wants to make a divisive thing. Like, because he truly feels like the most memorable things are that. In his opinion. Of course, anybody can disagree with it. But yeah, he's not trying to make a mainstream.
He might have a point, but sometimes that just ends up with a shit game.
Yeah, to some it will be. I'm going to be honest. Like, to some, Death Stranding 1 and 2 will be absolute trash. I recently completed it off stream, the first one. Loved it. Freaking loved it. Doesn't play like anything else, obviously. Loved it for that. Yeah.
Not to mention Kojima's weird brain all over the story.
Yeah.
Weird brain. All I remember about Death Stranding is something to do with babies. A baby.
Yeah.
And what was it? Whales? Fish?
So basically, like, there's I don't want to go too much in spoiler territory, but essentially, it actually is there's a lot to do with the afterlife, and so the whole thing of, like, you've seen in the trailers and stuff, a beach where there's loads of dead whales and stuff. That is essentially like a physical manifestation of essentially the afterlife. So it's not like a heaven with loads of angels flying around. It's just a beach where there's loads of like dead whales. Like that's your afterlife kind of thing. So yeah, and then, but that's the thing. I love how it took things that we are familiar with, like visually, like, you know, we all know what a beach is and what a beach looks like, and the fact that he basically made it a metaphor for something else is really cool. Or take the rainfall, which it's called timefall in the world of Death Stranding, and it's literally lethal. Why? Because if you get soaked in it, it's literally gonna age you, like, within seconds. So like if a bird is caught in like a storm of timefall, that bird will age and die as it flies through it, and yeah, not last very long. So if timefall is happening, you have to cover up, because otherwise you'll be dead within minutes.
Going back to Switchboy's point,
yeah,
where he said besides Metal Gear Solid, most Kojima games are overrated. The only Kojima games I even know of are Metal Gear Solid and Walking Simulator / Death Stranding.
Yeah, he has been involved with other stuff, but to be honest, I think ever since he broke from Konami, because all Konami wanted him to make was MGS. Like Metal Gear. I think what's been nice about, you know, him going independent, which even though he's obviously got ties with, like, Sony helped him get the new Kojima production started, but Kojima himself owns it, so he is an independent. And now we're seeing things like Death Stranding, and then there's an action game for PlayStation called Succinct in development. There's that OD game that he's working on for Xbox. So yeah, now he's actually got 3 different new franchises. So I'm excited to see what those end up being like, you know.
It's really interesting, to be fair.
So Death Stranding, OD, and what was the third one?
Succinct. The thing is, the dude is already 60, so it's like, how many of these is he actually gonna finish?
You have to remember he's Japanese.
Yeah, I know, but
yeah, they don't think about work the way we think about work. Yeah, we look at things and we talk about how we're passionate about work, but we want to retire at 66. Japanese people are like, we literally die before we retire. It's funny, but not funny at the same time.
Apparently Kojima has a plan though. He's apparently already prepared. This was another article I read online recently. He's already prepared a thumb drive for like when he passes on, like that his team can like look in for like inspiration and ideas.
Like all the games and stuff I want to make are, if in case I die, here's how you do it.
Yeah.
Switchboy had like, the most interesting comments.
Switchboy is Mr. Hot Takes, man. Like, yeah, I love Switchboy. Like, and the thing is, we don't always agree, but that's just, like anything. We don't have to. I want people to be able to voice their opinions.
He made this comment. Also, who asked for Call of Duty Black Ops 7 and the amount of disrespect that Microsoft has for Halo and Gears? The answer to that, sir, is absolutely everyone.
Yeah, because it sells.
Call of Duty is the most.
It's the only game my family play. I hate to break it to you, Switchboy, but literally, Diesel Dave doesn't really play anything else, and even he complains about the game. But because he doesn't play anything else he has tried, he's got frustrated with, and then just gone back to Call of Duty.
Absolutely, if it's got Call of Duty written on it, it prints more money than a bank.
Yep.
That's just the reality of it.
Yep.
Halo is not doing that anymore because it ain't 2004.
Yeah.
I love Halo, by the way. I don't play Call of Duty at all. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah. I'm thinking I actually should stop soon because I've noticed I'm now losing more than I'm winning.
It has less to do with you and more to do with the fact that maybe the better players are starting to come online now. Because a lot of it is you not knowing things. That's all it is. Like King players do that all the time. I would never show King player respect ever. That's how you know Lydia's like the nicest character in the Tekken universe.
I mean, not that she would ever, not that she would be interested in me anyway. But if she was real, I'd be like, yeah, I'll pay for that restaurant.
If that's not how you attract someone like her, mate. She's Prime Minister of Poland. You gotta have the Riz. Gotta have the Riz.
I just think she's really cool.
I think so too.
And actually a proper martial artist. That I've got to be honest, that does a lot for me for a fighting game. You know?
Me too. Someone on Reddit tried to say like no one cares about fighting styles. I'm like, you're an idiot. I'm like, that's why we play these 3D fighting games. Literally.
I really want another Soul Calibur though, because Soul Calibur motion capture always really impressed me, man. You know, if you think about people like Kilik and Xianghua and how they fight, and, yeah.
Alpha said his brother came over with the Switch versions of Mario Kart 8 and Super Mario U, and then lent him Mario Kart 8, and he sunk a good 10 hours into it already.
Oh yeah, Mario Kart 8 is great, man. And again, as a reminder, like I said, I've been playing Mario Kart World off stream. I've now golded all of the Grand Prix, but I don't have 3 stars on them all. You have to win all 4 races first place for that. That's going to take some time. And I am talking about the fastest speed in Mario Kart World, 150cc, which I know isn't the same as the 200 of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but it's still absolutely crazy quick, so...
150cc is the fastest?
Yeah. At least unless... Maybe you have to unlock 200, but from the options that you get when you first boot it, There's only 50, 100, and 150.
Okay.
But they have doubled the player count, which is probably what I'm thinking is why. Like that might be why.
Alpha said, I want Halo to be, I just want Halo to be a couch-like shooter that you can have fun with your friends and that also has an M rating again.
It probably only had an M rating just because of like one line of dialogue or something like that. Like,
and then he said, dude, 200cc is actually 412cc.
yeah, 200cc is really hard. I know, because after completing Mario Kart World with all gold, obviously I've gone back to Mario Kart 8 and I'm like, right, unfinished business on the old Mario Kart. So if any of you do have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on Switch 1, potentially we could organize a afternoon stream of online funsies. To be fair, there's too many games I want to play with friends, so you got to figure out what we want to play in.
Said there's too many games.
Yep.
The lady was right.
Yep. Absolutely.
Round 4. Fight.
Oh my god. No.
Remember when Key Charge actually used to do something?
Yeah, I missed the old thing where I didn't realize this, but yeah, it's actually bad for practice mode too. People were doing it as a quick way to test something on counter hit. And I'm like, oh my god, that makes so much sense. Yeah, they should change it back. Because it being just a generic damage boost, I agree, it's kind of like very bland.
Them doing that getting rid of that made no sense on any level.
Because counter hit is a damage boost anyway, so.
But it's not just the damage boost though. It does all kinds of things.
Yeah.
They've literally just removed depth for no reason other than removing depth.
Okay.
Muszę wygrać w imię wszystkich Polaków.
Yeah, see, I'm now hanging around in the low to mid flame roulette. Like, maybe that, like, 2.5 hours. Yeah, maybe have a break. It's funny though, because my hands do actually feel alright. But I feel like I'm stagnating a bit. You know, like where before I was like really climbing. And now I'm not really. But it will probably be worse this evening. Let's be real. Like the session at 7. Like please play me CP because playing ranked at 7 PM, like all of the sweats will be online. So yeah, play me.
Maybe that's what you need. You need trial by fire.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, I'll probably be online then.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing with the care call being early, too early to the point that I've cancelled it, and then obviously Dave saying like, yeah, I'll see you at 10, and you know that means I have enough time to do a second stream. I'm gonna make the most of it. You know what I mean? Because most nights I can't do that anymore. But yeah, tomorrow afternoon, more Gears of War Reloaded multiplayer. Because I did pre-order the remaster. And yeah, I want to play... Please find me later. Yeah. I mean, you see, it's kind of ironic because often, like, when I'm playing and doing a Tekken stream, he was like, Andy, fight me now. And I'm like, hang on. Yeah. It's funny how the tables turn. But yeah, purple rank is no joke. Which is that's what amazes me about the fact that I'm up there. Really, it's crazy. Yeah. You know what? Actually, thinking about it, guys, I know that there's like 5 of you watching right now. I might actually wrap up the whole stream, turn on my phone. It's getting a bit wham, and I reckon I'll be back at 7 p.m. All right, it's now 40 minutes past 4. So yeah, I reckon we'll do session 2 at 7. So if you like the sound of that, hopefully I'll see you then. That's 7 p.m. BST. Casopio, if you're still in the voice chat, thank you very much for being with us.
I just wanted to say hi. We had a long discussion. I was like, I just wanted to get in instead of writing.
Yeah, you are always welcome. Like if I'm in the stream voice chat, it means that I'm streaming something that I'm okay with a conversation happening, and then therefore, if you have access to this channel, jump in, because it's really good to hang out with you all. And yeah, we should organize some Switch funsies. I'd really love that. So obviously my DMs are open. We will collaborate, and then yeah, one afternoon you might just see, I don't know, I really want to play Jamboree. I still haven't played it yet. So,
oh no.
Yeah. But you know what? Should we wait for the Switch 2 expansion before we do, or I don't know.
I don't know, but I will not be here next week.
Okay. Okay, no worries. You off anywhere nice? You don't have to say. I'm just like, are you on holiday or?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Have a wonderful time.
Thank you.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap up this stream. I'll see you guys later. Thank you all so much, and bye. I'm very slow at reaching all the buttons. I really should move stuff about. Oh well. Yeah, bye. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Why is it saying bye like that? It's funny.
Bye.
Bye.